In reality, me time is what I was doing anyway. So I just keep doing me time.
Welcome to Homemade. I'm Shannon Cason.
I'm a very organized person. I like routines. Here's the routine that I would love to follow each day, but I'm honest. I can be sloppy sometimes. So here's the daily routine that I expect versus many times what really happens. I gotta be real. I wake up at 5 a.m. naturally. And the reason I wake up at 5 a.m. is because I used to have to wake up at 4 a.m. to be to work by 6 a.m. at this plumbing wholesale warehouse I used to work at on the west side of Chicago. I would take the Green Line to Lake and Cicero at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'd be at Lake and Cicero. You got to know the west side of Chicago to know where I was. Then I take the bus from there to North and Cicero to go to work. I had a car, but my first wife would insist on taking the car, even though she had like a little short ride to work. She could take the red line like 2 exits and go to work. But this was back in the days when I believe happy wife, happy life. So I would take my dangerous ride to work on the train and bus and let her take the car just to keep her happy. Now I've learned my lesson since then. That was like 20 years ago. When I wake up at 5 a.m., I expect to use this time for meditation and visualization. I'm fresh outside of the dream world, so I can use this time to see my day and see my week. This is my expectation for myself. I use this app called Envision. But in reality, many times I just lay in the bed and watch TikTok and Instagram reel videos from my pillow.
Exactly why y'all be sick. Y'all take y'all ass out of town if you want to. Take your ass out the country. The auntie just spit in that bitch. Go ahead, get out the country, get you some of that squeezed cheese sauce. Look at that, right there. Get you some of that wrist sauce. Some of that hand dip. Look. Yeah.
You probably do the same thing. By 7 a.m., I'm up for sure, unless I'm sick, depressed, or something where I don't feel like getting out of bed at all. I'm usually up by 7, and the first thing I do is I walk to Lake Michigan. I live in Chicago, so I walk to Lake Michigan, even if it's cold. It gives me time to get some fresh air, get some movement, get some natural sunlight to start my day. Then when I get back, I make my first cup of coffee. Tony D at Metropolis Coffee is a friend of Homemade, and he usually supplies me with a few boxes of really good coffee, really good stuff. I haven't got any in a little bit. Tony needs some coffee, man. I hope you're hearing this. I think Tony in Guatemala somewhere. I don't know where he at, but I need some coffee, Tony. Right now, I've been using this. I've been using this mushroom coffee. I really like the mushroom coffee too, but it's pretty expensive. Help me out, Tony. My intention while I'm walking or drinking coffee is to make a rough schedule for myself for the day. And I'll usually take that schedule that I make and I'll put it in Instagram stories. And the reason I do that, you know how you look at your phone throughout the day? When I look at my phone, I'll see what I told myself that I plan to do for the day. And it really helps to keep me on track. But in reality, I may still be on the pillow looking at YouTube videos. I may have graduated from the TikTok and Instagram to full on YouTube videos in that rabbit hole.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
No, I ain't got no allegiance to the man, but you got to admit the role.
But eventually I will get up and make some coffee. I'm always going to make some coffee. Holla at me, Tony. Shit is getting done by 9 a.m. I'm a producer, a creator, a storyteller, a consultant. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what the fuck I do. Sometimes I'm working on projects for various clients. Maybe I'm helping create a podcast with a team for some foundation. A new season of Tight Knit from the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation. This season we're talking Or maybe I'm doing voiceover work as a host for some podcast for a nonprofit organization. Welcome to Nonprofit Voices, brought to you by the Michigan Nonprofit Relief Fund, a $32.5 million grant program. I want to start doing documentary work if I can get some good funding for it. So I'm looking for some good funding for a documentary. Or maybe I'm working on my own personal projects. Welcome to Storyteller to Storyteller. I'm Shannon Cason. So go subscribe. I like to see that grow. But those are the things I do in my average day. My intention is to set many goals throughout the day. Like if I finish recording this script, I can go get more coffee. Or if I finish writing this section, I can go for another walk by the lake. Or if I finish all my projects, I can go for an awesome jack off session. I'm kidding. I've been no fap for the past 20 years. In reality, I just go do all the things I want to do. I go get another cup of coffee. I go take another walk by the lake. I go have an awesome jack off session. Now, I really don't do that. I really don't. I've been no fap for the past 20 years. I'm total monk mode, 20 years now. But I'll wait until the last minute to hit all my deadlines. That's what I would do in reality. At noon, I kind of look at that as me time. I can do whatever I want. I may want to watch some reality TV or a documentary. I may have some dishes to wash or clean up a little bit. I may want to walk to the grocery store. I may be a little bit hungry. I usually eat later in the day, but maybe I eat some boiled eggs or pistachios or some sardines. I'm a bachelor, so pistachios, boiled eggs, and sardines are normal for me. Or maybe I just finish up what I'm working on until I'm done. In reality, me time is what I was doing anyway, so I just keep doing me time. 2 p.m. is my normal workout time. I work out at LA Fitness. I walk to the gym. My trainer, Devin, the Black Prospector, that's his name, the Black Prospector. So you know he kicking my ass at the gym. He gives me my workout for about 8 weeks, and then I do that training. I'm getting pretty strong in these colder months. When it come around to summer, as it go throughout the year, I'm gonna drop about 20 pounds. And when I drop those 20 pounds, I'm gonna be ridiculous. Young ladies, watch out. In reality, I really do work out. I go to the gym. It's like my getaway. I met this young lady at the gym and she was really nice. She came by the house the other day and gave me a foot massage. I mean, like my thighs and my calves. It was amazing. So you make a lot of great relationships at the gym. You should really join your neighborhood gym. It's a great place to meet new people. And at 5 p.m., it's time to figure out what to eat for the day. Maybe I go to the Thai food restaurant, or maybe I go to the taco stand, or maybe I cook some chicken, or maybe I just fast for the day. And usually, whatever I choose to do, I'll sit down and watch a little TV. Right now, I'm watching a few different series. I'm either watching Monarch, which is a show about monsters, but it's about the people. It's really slow moving, only a few monsters, but it's pretty good. Or either I'm watching Reacher, which is a big army dude who beats up people. Or it's Rap Game. Rap Game is about young people just to see what the young people are doing nowadays. Or I watch relationship reality shows, shows like Ready to Love or Family or Fiance. I like the relationship dynamic. Even though I don't want to be in one right now, when I watch those shows, they make me really not want to be in a relationship right now. So I think that's why I watch them. My intention is to eat healthy and get a little entertainment. The reality is, depending on how I'm feeling, I eat or drink way too much. Maybe I go to the taco stand and instead of my two al pastor tacos, I get a whole burrito and a full size horchata. Or I go to the Thai food restaurant and I get a basil chicken with extra chicken and chicken fried rice and 2 egg rolls and I eat it all. Or maybe a friend of mine comes by and she brings Pringles and pretzels and licorice and all the things I tell her not to bring to my apartment, but she brings them anyway. She thinks it's funny, but I still eat it all. And then I might even hit the bar for some drinks. 7 p.m. is prime time. I used to go to this church where the pastor preached a sermon called Prime Time. How are you using your prime time? That time between 7 and 9 p.m. It's stuck. So I try to find productive things to do during that time. It could be coming up with new ideas or creating content for social media and my podcast, or maybe catching up on projects and deadlines. Prime time. In reality, I'm using my prime time to watch reruns of The Sopranos, all while I'm watching TikTok, all while I'm messaging two different women on Bumble and Hinge, all while I'm texting my mom and my ex-wife, all while I'm eating chocolate and Twizzlers. Prime time. At 9 p.m., I'm winding down. I usually try to be asleep by 10 p.m. In reality, I'm laying on the couch watching a marathon of Godzilla movies or Clint Eastwood westerns or this show on BET that's now on Netflix called The Family Business. The two daughters in the show, Paris and Sasha, so fine. After 10 p.m., I'm in dream world. Hey, Paris. Hey, Sasha. Hey, ladies I'm dating. You've been naughty, naughty girls. What am I ever going to do with you? Hey, it's my dream. Don't be judging me. But I'm working to make my daily routine expectations more of a reality. I really am. I really am.
Mm. Now that's homemade.